Hey, if you're curious how it's possible that you can make $10,000 in a single month, I'm going to share with you an idea that I believe can help you to get there as fast as humanly possible. The great thing about this idea, if you watch this video all the way to the end, it's beginner friendly. You won't have to spend a lot of money. In fact, you can do this without spending any money out of your own pocket to get started. It works for just about any person who seriously understands how to use it. And it's worked for over 100+ years. And so it's a proven business model that if you learn how to use it, it can change your life, okay? And so what I'm talking about right now, that is that particular business model, is turning ideas into income. Turning ideas into income. Now, if you're wondering how do you turn an idea into income, because you probably have lots of ideas every single day, don't worry, I'm going to share with you how I discovered it was possible to turn ideas into income. I'm going to share with you a couple different examples how I've done that successfully to make more than $10,000 in a single month. In fact, I was able to turn a single idea into $19,000 in a day. And so watch this video all the way to the end if you want to learn how to do it. In fact, if you want to see me step by step make $10,000 in a 30-day period with this idea business model, I'm actually doing a live case study right now. You can get the link to that case study in the description, where I'm going to show you step by step how to do it if this video doesn't solve all the problems that you may have with understanding how to do it, okay? So back in 2007, I came on the internet. I was searching for ways to make money online, and I found people who were doing this weird business model where they were taking their knowledge, taking their ideas, and turning them into some type of product, right? And so they would come up with an idea, a simple idea that solved one specific problem, and they would make this idea into some type of product. Sometimes the product would be a tangible physical product, and sometimes it would be a digital product. Now in 2025, if you have, almost next to nothing, I would recommend that you focus your attention on, if you're going to do this, on doing this in a digital way. Because again, if you don't already have a lot of money, trying to come up with a physical product is going to be a daunting task, and you're going to shoot yourself in the foot before you even get started, okay? And so all of my examples that I'm going to mention in this video after this point are going to only talk about digital based solutions that people can create and that you can create to turn your ideas into income, okay? Now, a couple different things about money in itself and how its function flows that I think that we must just establish to be on the same page so that this video will make sense to you, is understanding that money is a medium of exchange between individuals. And so there has to be something of value that's being exchanged for you to get money, right? So if you have no money right now, what that simply means is that you have not put out enough value out in the marketplace to have that value be transferred to yourself, or you're simply not asking people to exchange monetary value for the value that you're providing in society, okay? And so the next thing that I want to share with you, this is a quote by Naval Ravikant. He's one of the biggest philosophers. He's a super wealthy guy. He's created a lot of successful businesses. He's been an angel investor in companies. One of the things he says is this. He says, wealth isn't just money. It's the ability to transform ideas into reality. And so when, if we can agree that that's what wealth is, being able to turn an idea into physical reality. Think about it, right? Apple is what I'm recording this video on. I'm recording this video on the iPhone. Apple, the company who makes the iPhone, it came up with an idea to make an iPhone, right? The idea of communication was something that has existed for ever since civilization existed, right? But over the last couple hundred years, people have looked for mediums of how they can shorten the timeline or make the communication style more personal. And so we've seen people, write letters. We've seen people use technology to send telegrams, messages. And now we can pick up our iPhones and have two-way conversations with people. We can post videos on the internet. And basically it was just an idea that someone had and they turned into a physical reality. And now Apple, the company, because they not only make iPhones, but they make other great devices like this computer that I have right here. They're like the third largest company as far as market cap. It fluctuates day to day, but they're in the top 3 companies in the entire world because they took an idea and turned it into income. Now, if you're a normal person, you're working a regular job, or again, maybe you're an entrepreneur in some type of sense, we have that same ability today, especially now that technology has made the playing field pretty much level, that if we have an idea, we can physically turn it into reality. Now, one of the ways that we turn an idea into money is that the idea needs a vehicle, right? It needs something to pass through to take it from the idea stage to a physical reality. And so the vehicle that Apple used to become one of the largest companies in the world in 2025 was a vehicle called the iPhone. Before that, they had a vehicle called Apple Computers, right? And so the way that you're going to turn an idea into income, in my opinion, the easiest way to do this is through a digital product, right? Because a digital product is something that doesn't require you to have to spend money to produce. It can be accessed by any person in any part of the world that has access to the internet. So you could sell it globally. And the fact is, because you can use the internet to sell a digital product, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a video just like this, whether it's an audio course, whether it's an MP3, whether it's a software, because the product is digital and it doesn't cost you anything to make, you're going to make extreme amount of profit margins. The perceived value is going to be high because, again, you can ship this product globally. It costs you nothing. And your customer base or your total addressable market is going to be large because any person who is suffering through a specific problem or who has a specific curiosity that your idea will scratch the itch for or solve the problem for could potentially be your customer. And now that we have technology like ChatGPT or OpenAI, we can have technology to help us to facilitate in the product creation. So the time in which we can go from the idea stage to putting it into a vehicle like a digital product and shipping it globally to millions, if not hundreds of millions of people, that it just cuts out the time, okay? And so I'm gonna share with you some ideas that I've had that I've turned into income that's made me as much as $10,000 in a month and more. And again, if you're watching this video all the way to the end, I'm going to show you guys step by step how you can get started with the idea business, how you can turn these ideas into income. Now, the first thing that you are going to need is obviously a good idea. You're going to need a good idea. And for me, what I truly believe that why most people who start off in this one person business model or the idea business model, why they fail and why I failed in the past with this business model before, is because the ideas that some people come up with are not good ideas, okay? And so what I've learned over the last 17 years of doing this strategically is that the first thing that we need is an idea that has been validated, right? And so one of the ways that we validate if our idea is something that someone else will pay money for is a couple different things. The first thing that we need to know is, are there, I would say, more than 1,000 people or more than 10,000 people who are suffering through a problem that our idea would help benefit their life with? And if it's a yes to that, then the second question that I normally ask myself, and I take people through this process of trying to understand, is, are there people who are currently paying for a solution that's similar, right? Are people spending money on a solution that's similar to this, right? And so what would have given Steve Jobs the idea or the validation to move forward with creating the iPhone is people were purchasing cell phones. Cell phones had already been created. And so in that, one thing that I want to point out why I've seen people fail with this idea business model or the one person business model is that you think that you have to come up with a groundbreaking idea that's never been thought of, right? And so again, with the iPhone example, cell phones existed before an iPhone. However, they didn't have an app store. They didn't have the ability to put all these applications on there where you could get any problem solved because there was an app for that. Right? That's what the iPhone did, is it helped people get their time back. It helped people be able to have access to whatever they wanted at the click of a button, okay? And so 3 things that I would tell you if you're going to try to come up with an idea and turn it into money, 3 things that you wanna think about is, how can your idea save people time? How can your idea help people save money? Or how can your idea help people experience a better life? If your idea can do one of those 3 things or all of those 3 things, what will happen is you have the inkling of a good idea, okay? And so we already know that we're going to be taking an idea, putting it into a vehicle called a digital product, and it's going to solve a problem for a specific group of people. Now, what you may be wondering right now is, well, how do I get paid? How do I find this group of people who would be willing to pay for the information or the idea that your product is going to solve, okay? And now, before we go there and I explain to you how you're going to do it, one of the things that I want you guys to think about and to consider is understanding that when people are in pain, when they're experiencing a problem in their life, pain can become so intolerable that people will pay anything for a solution, okay? And so if you are displaying or showing people that you can solve a problem in their life, people will be willing to pay you for the solution, okay? And since you've already validated that people are already paying for a solution that's similar in nature, then you can have the confidence to move forward to the next step, which is coming up and with how you're going to get customers. And so the way that I recommend you go get customers is starting with social media. Now, I know this is going to be something that may cause some type of resistance on, I don't want to put myself on camera, I don't want to put myself out there. Don't worry, there are other ways to attract an audience of people who have this problem that your idea or your product can solve. You don't necessarily have to create YouTube videos like the one I'm creating right now. However, I do think YouTube can be one of those methods, right? I think whatever platform on social media that you find yourself using the most, chances are there are going to be people on those platforms who are exactly like you. Okay. And so with that being said, is one of the things that I would tell anybody on how you crystallize an idea and solve a problem for is start analyzing what are some problems that you're experiencing in your own life and figure out a solution to solve that problem for yourself on a micro scale or a small scale. And then once you have figured out how to solve it for yourself at a small level, then you want to begin to let people know about it. And so because I've created, idea businesses before, and I'm creating an idea business right now currently, that's why I feel qualified to show you exactly how I'm doing it. And so this free video is a teaser. It's letting you know that I have something available where I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to do it. And so that's simply one of the things that you can do on a consistent daily basis is you can educate people on the problem that they're experiencing. You can educate people through your social media content on how bad the problem is, and you can also educate them on what the possible solutions are, and then you could provide them with a choice. And the reason why I say provide them with a choice, and the reason why I'm not telling you you have to buy my product is because whenever you back people into a corner, and they feel like they have to commit to something, sometimes people will run, right? And so I want you to know that over the next few weeks, I'm going to continue to expound upon what I'm sharing with you guys in this video. I'm going to continue to give you more ideas, ways that you can turn ideas into income. So I don't want you to feel obligated that you need to purchase my product. But what I am going to be showing you is the nitty-gritty details of how I'm going to take a product from $0 and turn it into $10,000, starting with a simple idea. In fact, last night I did a 2-hour workshop where I broke down this model step by step. And that's going to be the first video that I release in the product that I have in the description right now, is showing you step by step, line by line, action by action, what you need to do to come up with ideas, how to make those ideas crystal clear and turn them into a profitable business. Now, one of the quotes that I have here from Naval, it says, most wealth is rooted in unique knowledge that can't be easily replicated. And so some of the idea businesses that you can start today, again, are based on your own personal experience. If you've overcome a problem in your life, if you look back, if you look hard enough on how you've gotten over that problem, there was a process that you went through. There was a certain steps of procedures that you went to. And I even like to call it, there may have been a protocol that you went through. There was specific things that you did in a specific way that helped you overcome the problem that you're in. And that's what you want to share with people. That's what you want to put in that digital product, okay? And so what you're going to do on social media is you're going to, again, begin creating an audience where you're going to start by creating free content, something like this video. Maybe you're going to write posts on Instagram. Maybe you're going to write posts on Twitter, where you're going to begin educating people on how this problem is making their life worse and what will happen to them if they don't get this problem solved. Also, you're going to create content about your life before understanding this particular problem and what your life is like now that you have solved it for yourself and what they're missing out on. And because it's a primal emotion where people are afraid of missing out. We call this FOMO, right? There's a human fear that people have with not wanting to miss out on anything. And so because you're living the good life now, you're living, you're in a better state than the person is in who is still in the problem stage, your content is going to display how much your life has changed from learning this. Okay. Now, this is just a snippet into what I'm going to be sharing with you inside the course. Right now, what I want to do is I want to give you guys a specific example on how I was able to build, over a $20,000 per month idea-based business by helping people with a simple idea. Okay. And so one of the problems that I saw when I was doing affiliate marketing, again, if you don't know what affiliate marketing is, basically that's a way where you can connect with companies who already have a product or service. You can get a specialized link that's coded to you. And whenever you share their product or service with someone else, you're going to receive a commission. And I had built my affiliate business to over $10,000 plus per month. And one of the things that I found is that people who were around me were struggling with one specific problem, and that was getting their first sale. Most people would give up on affiliate marketing before they actually dove all the way in because they couldn't figure out how to make their first sale. And so the idea that I had is, what if I just showed them how to make their first sale? In fact, what if I showed them how to make more sales and I just gave them a specific campaign that was working for me? And so what I did was I took 2 days of my life, I took a weekend, and I recorded a course that would walk people through step-by-step everything, every action that I took that weekend to make a sale for a particular affiliate product. And I called this product the Fast Cash Siphon System. And essentially people were able to just literally copy what I did, and people started to have success with it because it was like a straight step-by-step blueprint of it. And in fact, I was able to get over 500 people paying me $47 per month to continue to get access to this particular product, where I would not only show them the campaigns, but every other week I would do a live training to show them new campaigns, new affiliate offers that I was promoting, so that they could just copy what I was doing to have success. And so that was a simple idea. And that idea, again, at the height of that particular offer, it was making, roughly around $30,000 per month recurring. And that's not even counting how much I was able to make from some of those customers wanted personal and even more help one-on-one. I was able to coach them one-on-one. And I was able to charge, thousands of dollars to help them on an individual level with the same material that they got in the basic product. And so this idea business model, again, you can turn any idea into income. I'm going to give you another example. I was in a situation where I noticed, I was in a network marketing program. I noticed that there were people who were struggling with recruiting people into their downline. And at that particular time in my life, I was regularly recruiting between 2 people and 20 people per week in this particular, network marketing program. And so what I did was I just came up with a simple, straight guide to show people how to recruit 2 people per week following the same blueprint that I did. And that sold successfully. And so I want you to think about any type of problem that you solve for yourself, any type of thing that you've gotten, ahead with something, that can be an idea. So again, if you're an Uber driver, if you have figured out a way to consistently, make $100 to $200 per day, maybe you want to show people how you do it in the most efficient way possible. How do you avoid, wasting time in traffic? How do you make sure that the right days that you're on the app? What are the best times to go out ride sharing? And those are all the things that you could put into a digital product and begin sharing part of your story, sharing part of your life through free content on Twitter, on Instagram. And people are going to start to be attracted to you, going to be attracted to the fact that you're consistently showing up, the fact that you're consistently trying to help them in some way. And this is where one of these natural human laws called the law of reciprocity kicks in. And all that means is when you have helped people with a specific problem over time, people feel obligated to return the favor. And some of the ways that they return the favor is by spending money with you, purchasing your product or service. Okay. And so this is just on the surface of how you get to $10,000 per month. Obviously, if you're selling a product that's around $27 or so, you would just need 10 people per day to purchase your product. That would probably mean that you need to get at least about 1,000 people per day to watch your content. And with the help of, again, if you're posting your content across multiple platforms, you can get to the point where 1,000 people are watching your content per day. In fact, one of my YouTube channels, my main YouTube channel that has like 21,000+ subscribers, I have not posted there in 54 days. And yet it's still getting roughly around 1,000 views per day. And even though I haven't posted in 54 days. And that's why when you combine, social media posting with a good idea, you could have people in perpetuity and forever researching who you are, researching how your product can help their problem. And any time of day, 24 hours a day, people could be buying your product or service. And that's how you specifically get to $10,000 per month. Now, if you want to see this in real action, step by step, every click that I'm doing to turn this new idea that I have for a product of showing people how to systematically make $10,000 in a 30-day period with an idea that they come up with, that link is going to be in the description. I'm going to walk you through step by step everything that I'm doing to build a brand new idea business from scratch and how I'm going to turn that into $10,000 in the next 30 days. So if you want to see the click the tutorials, click the link here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If this video helped you in some type of way, subscribe, share this video with somebody, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.